Okay, that should be stream ready. Welcome. That's not right. There we go. Welcome to the X10 Reassembly stream. Mourn, someone. It's a bit late. Had a few things had planned out, like a be right back image, but time kind of slipped past me. Well, forcibly slipped past me, but whatever. Yes. So we have 6 competitors for tonight's tournament. Clim Hazzard, who opted for a single ship, Kiter, who appears to have a lot of burst lasers, and Terran, as by the name. Mourn, yes, hello internet. You appear to have opted for antimatter kiters and a stick. Sticks are nice. Sticks and stones may break bones, but words will never hurt me. And who is this? Actually, I don't think he attached his name to. I think this was ImperiX. Let me go check. Yeah, it was ImperiX. I just slapped that name onto it. ImperiX. Probably spelled that wrong. ImperiX. ImperiX, yeah. And Kamikaze Dalek came in with an interesting concept, as X10 has no such thing as a meta, and I don't know, I'd kinda opt away from that. He's come in with a single big capital ship, lots of armor, a red faction drone with 2 drone launchers, this thing here which I'm guessing is melee armor, and this to fill up the P cost. Interestingly, this was the only multi-faction submission I got, and the rest of these 2, as you can see, are Terran, so there's no sentinels. No nukes at all were used in this, or going to be used in this tournament. NSG Commando strike team, plenty of burst lasers and more burst lasers. Not much to say there, likes burst lasers. And then we have Mosquito Swarm, who's from Derp, if I believe that's his name. X7, my bad. There. And he went for the classic swarm them strategy with mass burst lasers. The only mod I'll be using is the X10 Reassembly mod, none of what's it called, Mons things or NMSS, all that, so I don't think there's much reason to delay other than making sure the settings are right. Yep, resources on, asteroids off, resource border. It was 3 minutes, I believe, right? Might have needed to test it with a little bit. Yeah, it was 3 minutes. Other than that, everything's perfectly fine. Pool countdown. Okay, let's go. Yeah. So for the first match, actually I should probably turn on sound here. And music, not the best host. There we go. So Clim Hazzard coming in with the burst lasers, killed 2 of your ships so far, Mourn. Ooh, that was almost hit by antimatter. It's doing surprisingly well, to be honest. And I can see a few ships already jumped the border, thanks Arthur. Soft arena borders when. It's backing up. I mean, I would back up too if I saw that many antimatters coming at me. Clim Hazzard does have the point lead though, so anything could happen. They're still firing, so I'm confident he hasn't exited the border, yeah. Oh, going in for a kill, I see. That's one down? No, just had Mercy there. Interesting. Oh, Mercy taken back. And I think the rest of the ships... Oh no, there's a few here. Alright. I'm pretty sure Clim Hazzard will win this one unless a few sneaky antimatter shots come in. Anything could happen. Who knows? Yeah. The thing with antimatter is you usually need multiple successive hits in a row to have them be of any use versus shield, so generally a big ship with a bunch of antimatters clumped together is how that works, but with smaller ships they can get the shots off but they can't really punch through. And I'm pretty sure Clim Hazzard is going to take the victory soon. Because two ships, they could somehow punch through, but I doubt it. Where's that other ship anyways? Oh, it's all the way out here. Nice. The round stalemate and there's just one ship sitting outside, I'll probably just press enter to skip. Because nothing else is going to happen, the AI dies once they go outside. And that's a round one to Clim Hazzard. I think this opening bit here has a lot of potential for you, Mourn, because you could get a lot of shots off in succession. Since your ships are close together, they can easily just fire a volley and then they just back up and separate. So yeah. Hey ImperiX, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Camera's being a bit wonky. A ramen too. Just for context, ramen, I'm hosting a reassembly ×10 tournament, and this is the footage for it. So yeah, may the best ship win, or fleet of ships win. Interestingly, Clim Hazzard puts some antimatter on the ship. I'm not sure if it's the one or if there's multiple, but I'm curious about that design choice, considering the shape of it, I guess. I don't know. So while this match is playing out, all 6 submissions were surprisingly Terran. To be honest, I expected a few other factions to show up, especially Sentinel, due to their nuking capability, but I guess not. I suppose Terran stole the spotlight. Yeah. Pause it here. Has burst lasers. Oh wait, are those 3 antimatter cannons? I see kind of in the middle there. Yeah, it's a bit hard to tell, especially with stacked ships. How'd they turn out? Because these are the pre-PvP EMP cost nerf nuke, so they are still 2,600, I believe? Something like that. Yeah. I don't think the multiple shields would bring too much value aside from covering his entire ship. That's probably the main purpose of them. But looks like game 1 goes to Clim Hazzard. Well played. Okay, next match is Clim Hazzard against ImperiX. And before this match goes on for too long, I want to divert your attention to ImperiX's stick here. As those who have tested, armor costs P, so it's pretty ineffective to use. But this down here is Transformers, so they cost no P to use at all. And yeah, pretty self-explanatory. Smart use, smart cookie. Got a spacer without the cross. They appear to both be using EMP. Ooh, not too sure how they died, but looks like game 1 is going to Clim Hazzard, unless it melee kills itself somehow, which is not happening. Yeah, ouch. It seems like ImperiX bought 2 mini Clim Hazzard balls, and in terms of kiters, the one with the most sustainability usually wins. And therefore that would be Clim Hazzard. So game 2 goes Clim Hazzard. Here we have the Heretic believing that there is no such thing as a meta in ×10. But he shall be proven wrong, as we will see soon. Fitting music. His ship is surprisingly more mobile than I expected with the test one. Then again, the test fleet I used does include a nuke ship, so maybe this is the exception? Who knows? Yeah, lasers are very good in ×10. They're very good in the default 2 burst lasers. So yeah, it's kind of hard to counter weapon. I'm pretty confident that if a nuclear option were to go off within Clim Hazzard's range, it would immediately kill him, with no chance of surviving, because that is the way of the nuke. Yikes, that was painful. So far Clim Hazzard has proven to be a very dangerous opponent. Seems like the one ship meta is working out for him so far. Dalek is sustaining though due to the armor, but not for long till the antimatter's hit. Yikes. Burst lasers, not good digging tools, but they will kill things. Like so. Hello Exterp. Welcome. This goes, yikes. Okay. Not too sure what's with the screenshot noises, but whatever. Anyways, game number 4, NSG Commando versus Clim Hazzard. That went over very quickly. So yeah, one thing that I did notice when I tested his fleet, it seemed to die relatively quickly to burst lasers. Again, here's just mass burst laser, and Clim Hazzard is being torn apart. He's halfway done for now. That might change though. Maybe? No. Thankyou. It's the Ragnarok Online OST. Pretty nice. Very nice game too, even if it's old, 10 years-ish. As foretold, burst lasers kill kiters, not swarms. So now we have ImperiX against Mourn. Seems like Mourn was going for a hit and run, get the points off and then border jump, but that doesn't seem to be working out for him so far, the board jumping part. To be honest, I'd say antimatter is alright in times 10. Overpowered would be burst lasers, nukes, what else? The red drone launchers can be pretty vicious if enabled. Though. Tinkerbell is surprisingly underwhelming. Oh, we have one border jump, so that's a ×1 success for ImperiX. But can we get a second? Who knows? Not really fitting music now, but whatever. A very pretty EMP though, I like it. Or burst pulsar, whichever you prefer. Not too sure what's going on there. What are you doing? You're just kind of moving about. Okay, I think he's made up his mind. He's had a moment to think. Never mind, he's backing out. Well, he had a plan at least. Then he lost it. Again, I'm not too sure what's going on here. Was he previously targeting one of these ships which jumps outside the arena, or what happened? Don't know. Is he scared of the antimatters? Well, he shouldn't, because he has a big shield, I think. Yeah, it looks to be a big shield. Big station shield. Big ship for big shield. Advanced AI at work. Yeah, he's just considering his own self-preservation. Why fight when you can time out? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that's game 1. Or round 1. Okay, round 2. Ooh, that was a quick kill. Yeah, that's a good planning on the counter nuke, but sadly there were no nukes. I'm still kind of in shock that nobody brought a single nuke to the tournament. Yikes. So, ImperiX, why do you name your fleet the border jumpers? Did they just border jump a lot in testing, or did you plan for them to border jump, or what? I'm curious. That one's still outside, yeah. So they appear to be playing Ring Around the Rosie. It seems to be a mix-up of Ring Around the Rosie, one ship gets split off and then that ship dies, and then rinse and repeat. Yep, one ship gets split off, it dies, rinse and repeat. Ring Around the Rosie. One ship dies, rinse and repeat. It's like they're being abandoned by their fellow brethren. Kicked out of home, removed from the tribe, banished to the nether realms. Yeesh, Mourn, your fleet sure does work together until things start to go wrong, then they throw each other under the bus. Not great for their long-term survival, but GG to ImperiX. So now we have Mourn versus Kamikaze Dalek. Whoa, that ship did not die. But I'm pretty sure the ×10 Red Faction drone launch will get to show off here. Oh, we're using telespawns? Telespawn is, it's certainly abusable, but it's inconsistent. Yeesh. One thing I've noticed is drones can't really make up their mind about which target they want to kill. See here, they're all going in and they leave. All going in and they'll probably leave. Yep. All going in, pull out. Azu is playing Rocket League. Yeah. Telespawn, inconsistent. Pretty nice, but inconsistent. Same goes for factories. And speaking of factories, I don't think anyone used factories. Yeah, not even this guy. Guys, resources are enabled. You could have duplicated your fleet if you wanted. Have disposable ships. Have factory ships. Have one big ship that clones itself. And all that potential is thrown away. You could have had nuke ships clone themselves, but instead you've opted for more shields. Yikes. Well, at least things seem to go... Actually, things are going surprisingly well for Dalek, despite losing all his support. He is getting slowly poked away at though, but I don't know if they can get enough points off before the time runs out. Maybe, maybe not. Depends if they throw each other under the bus again, which seems to be something they like doing. Only 2 burst lasers, huh? Yeah, they're not getting enough points off, they waited too long, so round 1 goes to Kamikaze. We haven't had... ooh. That might be enough for a round 3. Who knows? I'm pretty sure that Red Faction drones are better against Yeah, that's round 3. Better against single targets than individual ones. But as I said a few matches ago, the initial burst that Mourn can set off using antimatters is enough to snipe most ships. It just needs to actually land the hits and shoot. They're getting a few hits now, but not enough to pop the shield, which is the important thing. No, we're not having asteroids, we're not having the RNG asteroids. Also, someone wanted a random explosion radius. No, I don't want that either. I'd rather remove all elements of RNG and have everything be consistent. Speaking of which, I'm not too sure why the AI acts differently if it's given the same scenario again and again. I'm guessing it's due to random ship spawn, and if the ships spawn the exact same place over and over again, then they will do the same thing. I think he has a few, yeah, he has those 2x2 lasers. No, those are rail cannons. Yeah, rail cannons, plasmas, mortars, bursts. And a ship inside it actually, so it's a carrier. Okay. Didn't see that one coming. Ooh. Yeah. So, if they remove the random spawn location, then it'd probably be the same match over and over again? Probably. Pretty sure things are looking forward to Dalek here. Round 3 is always nice though. They had their chance and they blew it. Or maybe not. There's still 12 antimatter ships, that's enough to pop a station shield, so if they work together they could pull through. Though what are the chances of that? Yep. 20 seconds to pop a shield. And they're going after this small red ship. Nice. Never before have I seen potential be so wasted. In fact, I think I have the perfect thing to describe this right here. This. AI, I love you. Yep, Kamikaze Dalek wins by AI. So now we have Mourn versus NSG Commando Strike Team. Antimatter cannons versus burst lasers. And due to the fragility of Mourn in the top left you can see, I'm inclined to believe that NSG Commando has the advantage here. Maybe. I think those are just basic shields, so if a good barrage comes off then a few could die. Not too sure about this double shield here though, buddy. That seems like weak to any amount of AoE. Border jumps. Soft arena border when. Iceborne is doing surprisingly well. I thought he'd die much for this considering the amount of burst lasers. But they appear to have mostly border jumped. Yeah, they don't want anything to do with this. Yikes. Again, they don't pull through, they just throw each other under the bus and give up. You need to train your AI better, Iceborne. They're just sacrificing each other to save themselves. That's not how you win fights. Open the border? I don't think I can do that. I don't think I can open the border. But you wanna know something you can open? My feet hub for soft arena border. Vote now. Upvote now. Pretty sure this is the last one in the border. And the rest are stuck outside. Yeah, they're just going to be left twiddling about. So on to the next round. They illegally go through the border. Hey, there were no rules against border jumping. Absolutely nothing against that. The updates broke the border and that's beyond my control. So by all means, border jump to your heart's content. A common recurrence I've noticed with border jumps is the ship seems to be completely intact with no damage at all. So I'm guessing that's part of the problem maybe? I don't know. It can't be contained like octopuses. Yeah. You could contain an octopus, probably easily. Since all they have is tentacles, they can't smash through enough glass or metal, right? They have their limits. They're not superhuman, super octopus beings of destruction. They're just cephalopods. So I'm pretty sure this match is going to NSG, yeah. They left the arena, left others to die, threw them onto the bus. He rebuilds pretty fast, but that's about it. And there's no one else in the arena, so GG. I guess, if you let them. Next round is Mourn vs Mosquito Swarm by Xderp. I'm not too sure who's going to win here, but let's find out. So we have a swarm of burst lasers versus 15 antimatter kiter ships. Do your ships have shields? Yeah, they do. Xderp's core though is very vulnerable. Yeesh, what are they doing? This poor ship. Yikes. Bit ruthless. Also, lighting errors, fix your game, Arthur. This is a good demonstration of the AI trying to find the maximum ideal range to stay at to damage their target while staying safe. So they're trying to get into a good position. Not a good demonstration here, but they try and get into a good position unless they can rush, which I suppose is also a decent demonstration. Meh. So round 1 goes to Xderp 7. Xderp's fleet has a bit of a weird thrust arrangement, but it's good enough. It's weird, but it's normal in a way. Looks weird on paper, it's perfectly fine when you compare it to other ships. Ooh. That's a dead ship. It's another dead ship. Yeesh, X10, just a bully. Just bullying other ships because they have less in their fleet than you. Numbers aren't everything. It's pretty hard to avoid death lasers, so yeah, it's probably unavoidable to an extent. Maybe if you had a fly who could teleport away, I believe they can dodge burst lasers. Next game though, ImperiX versus Kamikaze Dalek. Dalek, whichever is the correct pronunciation. So their initial ship is dead. Kinda slowly though, not looking particularly great for Kamikaze's DPS. I think they can. Maybe they do gather lasers, maybe they don't have energy, maybe they do it sometimes. AI is a bit janky, as we all know, but I'm pretty sure this goes to ImperiX. Just go to show, times 10 does indeed have a meta. Yeah. Still amazed by the no nuke policy. You guys are really polite to each other, wow. To have no nukes. It's just this one ship at this point. May as well look at this remain. Oh, he actually had a proton sword and a rocket, it seems. Few whatchamacallits. Mortars. Few manipulators. Oh no, those aren't, those are flags, my bad. Anyways, round 2, guessing double teamed, not good. Not good start. What's going on over here? I think that this front bit being exposed, Dalek, is what's costing you quite a few points, and it does have shields, but yeah, missiles come and then it's over. Pretty sure kiters are the meta. And then game goes to ImperiX. Well played. Next round is NSG Commando versus ImperiX or ImperiX. Is it ImperiX or ImperiX? Not too sure. Ooh, that was a swift death. Do they just die to burst lasers? Yeah, they are mini Clim Hazards, I guess, so fair enough. You don't need to make a necessarily strong fleet, you need to make a versatile one. So far Clim Hazzard is winning, but that could change. So ImperiX rips them apart, but I think that's going to change because now they have their max range available and they can poke from distance. The blast pulsar does seem to shred. Ooh, what was that? So long as it has burst lasers? Probably. Yeah. Might need to nerf burst lasers actually. They seem a tad strong. Just a tad. Surely this fleet of nothing but a burst laser, 2 blocks and a few thrusters is fair and balanced, right? Surely. I'll probably need to make armor 3 too. Pretty sure I was just lazy on that one. So I'll make a updated version at some point. Ooh, you're doing a bullet there, buddy. This one's not dead, but it probably will be soon, yeah. It's living. Living. Is that spinning in my tournament? It's going to get ganged up on soon, yep. Hey, you just played the game next up, don't feel bad. Yeesh, that's a lot of resources. Including the resources of your fallen brethren. "17 ships left, can he make it? Shield's gone down, doesn't look great. Can he get the kills? Find out next episode on Dragon Ball Z. He has plenty of time to catch up, and I'm pretty sure X10 is missing the DPS to shield pop now. I think what ImperiX needs to win is he needs to split the forces evenly. That should minimize DPS to 1 so they can both sustain. Not too sure. Pretty sure, yeah, ImperiX, no DPS, point lead, and enough sustain. I'm pretty sure that we're making progress on the tournament. We're over halfway through, maybe by a round robin, so yeah. Finally got one. I think that your kiters could have used some burst lasers, maybe ImperiX. Maybe just a 1 or 2 to poke. But what works for you, what works for you. Yep. On to round 3. The blast pulses can shred apart the majority, or at least half of the swarm in the initial engagement. This might be bad for ImperiX since this one is slowly getting surrounded, ganged up on. Maybe not. Okay, potential comeback, and even the sticks has stick might not survive for long. Now you see, this is the true battle. Yeah, it was pretty close. I thought you'd win at some point. But looks like the stick will survive. Round of applause. Well made stick. I'll press enter, pretty sure. Oh. Yeah, I'll press enter. No way that's derp's coming back from that. So next fight is Kamikaze Dalek versus NSG Commando. burst lasers versus big ship. Again, interesting who will win. I'm pretty sure that the supports could be wiped from Dalek pretty easily. But otherwise, it's the big ship which is the main problem. Also, interestingly, NSG doesn't have any missiles on his Terran ships. Yeah, he's missileless. That's quite a bit of damage. It's still in there though, somehow. I think how the border works is it detects maybe the radius of the ship or the initial formation of it, not too sure. But either way it's far more buggy than before. That core is pretty vulnerable. Yep. Round 1 goes to strike team. Oh yeah, torpedoes can easily destroy any target if they hit. If they hit is the big one. Blast pulses surprisingly have more value than I thought they would. I didn't expect them to be as good as they are, but who would have thought? Quite a bit of plasma. I think this is just his vanilla ships put into ×10. So they aren't specifically made for ×10, they're just Kamikaze's default campaign ships, I guess. Looks alright though. Looks decent visually. Not the most stunning, not the least stunning. Yeesh, my arm hurts. And that game goes to Commando, who is also taking the lead in terms of victories. So Exterp, I think he's only lost a single match so far. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeesh, what was this? But Exterp needs to win every single match to beat what's his name? Commando. Pretty sure the ship is dead. It's kind of sustaining, but drones do not do good versus small ships, ironically. Kamikaze is kind of holding against the burst lasers, but they don't have anything to kill the swarm. They don't have AoE besides missiles, they don't have lasers. They have drones, but that's about it. Also, and thus the lag begins. Yeesh, what's X doing in the top right? Ooh. Not too sure how that massive swarm died. I'm guessing missiles, but seems that Kamikaze has had a comeback. Hey ImperiX. Hey Commando. Hey not Splinter. So far your fleet is in the lead, Commando. You have the most victories so far. Which is pretty good for you, I assume. X10 needs to win every single game so far, or in the future, including this one, to have a chance of beating you. I think. Also, yeah, lasers everywhere. I think those are flags, yeah. Weapons in ×10 have a very notable range, so most of the underwhelmed ones, like flak cannons, not burst lasers, those are already good. I don't know, what's the weapon that sucks? Annihilates, I think they're called, or plasma things, the sentinel 1x1 cannons, those are better. I think so. I don't actually, you might have one more round yet against X10. Surprisingly, there hasn't been as much border jumping as I expected, so thankfully things have been very tame so far, and I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you everyone for not border jumping every 0.5 seconds and cheating the match. Pretty sure X10 dies here though. Yeah, the flak gives so much fire that they can't rotate to get the burst lasers in a good position. And then the other ships come in, mainly the red faction, and they clean up. Surprisingly, that went differently than I expected. Well played. And they aren't just jumping from target to target, so that's also a nice bonus. Might have one more thing for the winner of the tournament. Might put it against the test fleet. So yeah, NSG Commando strike team against X10 7. Who will win? Pretty sure it's going to be X10. Yeah. Burst lasers. Bane of the Kaiser's existence. These if the burst lasers weren't in the way, I'd imagine command ships would look pretty nice, but those are the winners. First place is Commando, and I can't remember the second. I think that was X10 tied with Clim Hazzard. So there you go, our crown winner for today's tournament is Commando, with his fleet of burst lasers and more burst lasers. Well played, good sir. Well played. But just before the stream finishes, I will be taking any view requests, if you have any, so 1 second while I go and set something up. That there. Turn that back up to about, let's say 40, I guess. turn this down. Oop, went full volume for a moment. And if you have any requests, by all means, request away. Oh right, I need to unmute the game first. Actually, before I do so, I'll just cut the stream really quick so I can upload it to YouTube more easily.